And all right, guys, we're getting live into the game. BST, they're starting off on the CT side.
That's
Ninjas on T.
dream for them. I think this is like Florian said, it would have been absolute decimation if NIP managed to get CT first. This is a perfect start for BST. Are they Epsilon? Is that a thing?
I think it very well might be, yes.
So this is the new Epsilon line. It still says BST at the top, so I don't want to start speculating on things that might not be true. But let's assume they are Epsilon. There's no reason why they would be tagging up unless they were. But here we go. NIP here on T side of the Inferno.
Making their way up perhaps here actually at the moment. And this, if we look at the overview, could actually end up quite well for them. They're going to make the move in here. Freiburg distracting, and here we go. The Ninjas all the way in on the bomb site, almost uncontested. Plant going to go down. There it is. Boom. Deep plant in the bomb site. And now they stood off to try to take the frags. But Epsilon have been sticking together. Although they've let the plant go down, they have kept their lines together. So 4 versus 3 now with that bomb taken away in deep inside the site. And this is going to be difficult for them to actually pull this one off. It's in such an awkward position. I like this from NIP. Great setups coming in here post plant. But actually, it's a 2-on-2 at the moment with FACEIT. Uzi left. Going to have to go for the defuse. And he actually gets taken down just in time. They're going to get the... wow, Uzi actually gets the defuse there. Very clutch move there from FACEIT. Very clutch stuff. And Epsilon, they stuck together and they made it work after giving away the site. Kind of interesting round.
Just that crossfire they had there, just them, the defuse coming in there, just set up such a perfect crossfire. It forced the teams to come out of their position and face. The plan wasn't great for NIP. I think that was a downfall for them there. If they'd have planted in a more advantageous position, they perhaps could have countered that. But just the fact that app set up with the once the diffuser started, it was just too strong. The teams were like kind of clambering around, trying to get any sort of angle they could on the bomb, and it wasn't coming to them. So good stuff from let's say Epsilon. Good opening round from them, and it seems quite promising. It looked like that round was sticking away from them there.
All right, so a good start definitely is going to bode very well. Of course, Thorin didn't give them high regards for his prediction. With the 16-5 scoreline, and this is
I think that's when they're starting CT. I think they're always going to get more than 5 rounds. At least I'd like to think so. I think they'll probably end up losing the half. I think NIP will probably step it up again. I think the first half will probably be somewhere in the region of 8-7 to NIP. But I think they will get these next few rounds. We can see NIP will be buying up full next round. They're going to try and get the bomb down here. I don't think that's going to come to fruition for them. This is going to be any frags available. Zis managed to pick up one of them. It's going to be a 2-on-4 situation now. It's going to be Boris is your last man standing on the bomb site. And no bomb planted, but they managed to get it down in the pistol. So they will be able to get a full AK by this round. And it's going to be difficult for Epsilon to kind of defend this. And we can see that they have got Famouses there. So 2 Famouses on GMX and SF. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of tactic they actually go for here. I would be calling we need to go aggressive, get the first pick. It's the only way we're actually going to win this round. So let's try and do something a little bit different. Maybe nade down, smoke off Banana, and try and get some intel and even just some precedence on the map.
So we're going to actually be able to see whether Epsilon like this aggressive Banana start, how far down they're willing to actually go. And so far it looks like they are trying to get some pushing in here, and it's going pretty well for them. They're getting some damage in, they're really applying that pressure, and they have the opportunity to pull back if they need to, and that's exactly what they're doing. That's so smart, and they didn't give up anything apart from a little bit of position, but they did do some damage to Freiburg and take out Exist before Ninjas could get the ball rolling with the play.
Yeah, that's a perfect play for them. If you can push out there and take one frag and get both players back from no one dying, you've executed that perfectly. Nothing needs to be, like, you just need one frag in CS just to secure yourself around. As we talk about one frag, Get Right manages to get himself one of his own, takes on GMX in the apartment. It's going to leave Uzi in a horrible situation now. You can see the NIP swarming in. He actually manages to go huge there and takes down 2 of his own. It's going to be a 2-on-4 situation now in favour of Epsilon.
Yeah, big play from Uzi, because imagine if NIP had players in pit right now. It would be next to impossible. But right now, thanks to Uzi, this round is actually doable for them as they come in for this retake. Fiffler in there, quick to defend that library area, and it's going to be pushed for a long-range defense there. Not going to happen. BST going to take that round down, and really, off the back of Uzi's defensive play on pit there. That really
it was all about those 2 frags there. That was very, very pivotal play for him there. Just made sure he landed the first kill and managed to secure the second one just for a bit of dodging and weaving there. And so that was a very important round indeed. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the round. They needed to ensure they got that first frag just to kind of guarantee themselves just an opportunity to win the round as such. So I know that sounds a bit silly, but when you have FAMAS against AKs, it's very difficult to hold against. So they managed to get that one frag very successfully. And just to note here, while I'm banging on, we can see NiP have actually opted to buy here. I don't think Epsilon will be expecting this. You can see them going for quite an aggressive push here, and it has paid off. They take down Exist there, and that's going to just secure their lead even further. It looks like they really are winning the economy game right now.
Yeah, very risky push there from FXO, but you can see that it really paid off massively after the quick scout that mid was safe. Quick peek into second mid, why not? And right now that really slows down Ninjas in Pyjamas because they've been spotted. They got spotted, so they can't quickly react. They can't quickly push in as easily because BST will be expecting it. So they've got to create the doubt there in the minds of BST, or Epsilon rather, as they take over apartments. And now there's a lot is possible, but they do not have bananas. So I think they're leaning towards an A play here on this round, and definitely an important one for them to win, to stop that money really rolling into Epsilon.
See the NiP smoke there actually landing on the roof of middle. I'm not sure that went to plan. We've seen a lot of that tonight actually. So you can see the plan will actually take down FACEIT. And this is the round open up for NiP now. Will this be the one they can get back into this game? 30 seconds remaining. It's going to have to be something pretty quick. I'm not sure this is the right call to make with 20 seconds remaining on the clock, making their way over. You can see the smoke has gone down. It's going to be very difficult for them to get back into this round.
They've got to know. Epsilon have got to know, but look at this from SF. It's fantastic. Most down 2. They get all of them in quick succession. They fall like dominoes there in that choke point, and what a good defense from Epsilon. I got to say, I agree with you. It feels like a double back like that, you can it's like easily telegraphed too, because there's no time left.
As soon as we saw the smokes going wrong and it looked like that tactic wasn't going to work, 20 seconds on the clock, you got nothing coming in the middle. It was just too obvious. I think obviously they had to do something. They went all in on B, but it's just like Epsilon ready to say, well, got the smoke down and just made it just a fortress. They didn't even manage to get a kill.
We needed the double back fake where they were at the bottom of the that could work.
Wait till 5 seconds and then go. That's what they should have tried.
Could work. But we do have a quick little peek there from Epsilon's GMX, who does do a great effort there on maintaining control of apartments. And we can see that would have been very crucial here to the success of this round for the Ninjas in Pyjamas, as it would allow them a bit more in the way of options. I think, is that a smoke there going over for the plant on the stairs? I think on the site. We'll actually be able to get to see that, I think. See the smoke going down there. Yeah, indeed it is. And that's going to allow them, if they get in really quick, for him to just plant in the smoke.
They don't want any kills. They don't care about that. They just want distraction and a bomb. But it's not going to happen.
It's a bit of a telegraph.
Yeah, when you've not putting flashbangs out, it's just going to be very difficult to get the bomb down in that situation. And let's take a quick look at the scoreboard now. Let's just see who's going big for Epsilon. We can see Fixer actually and Scream leading the charge there of 8 and 9 frags respectively. And here we go. We can see Fiflaren opting to pick up the AWP now. They know they need to change their mentality and they don't seem to be making the opening pick. So maybe this is an opportunity for them to set the tone with the round themselves instead of the CTs doing it for them. And Fiflaren narrowly misses out an opportunity there to take down one of the CT players as he runs across middle. And looks like Fiflaren might have some company now as he faces, and he does take him down. And that's a great opening frag from NiP. And that's potentially could be the start of their first round now.
Alright, so we're looking at a 5-0 scoreline for Epsilon, and FXO going to get taken down early on. So both well for NIP. However, Exist getting taken down on the pick attempt towards the B bomb site. And they haven't really made a big move on the map just yet, but Freiburg at least will get SF, who was peeking a little aggressively. And after that first frag they made, it feels like maybe even you could say is a bit eager, a bit greedy. But either way, we see Epsilon making the move back to the CT spawn now to try to deal with this incoming threat on the A bomb site. Bomb is definitely going to go down momentarily here. We'll set up to do this, but look at this, a lot of time to kill. Looks like Epsilon up close right here on the A bomb site. GMX long range now with the orb. He's going to have to go save that though, and it just went wrong for them. Just a bit of.
Well, it seems like that orb from Fiflaren actually came to fruition for them. Like he managed to get 2 opening frags and got his team straight back into this game. So it was a good change of position for NiP, and I think that they should continue with it. If Fiflaren can find those frags and open up the map like that, then it's definitely worth him keeping it and seeing what he can do. We can see GMX here. They know where he is. They know they need to get that orb off him. It'll be great for their economy. They can just take that 5k and put it in their own bag. It's going to be harder than they thought, but Forest finally takes him out. And yeah, good round from Nip. And that's I think this might be a little bit of a turning point. I think they might be able to string a few rounds together here, just from seeing the way that the CTs were reacting to that. But as we say that, it looks like FX2 is actually pick up an AWP himself. And I think he did get picked by Fiflan last round, but maybe he fancies his chances this time. He's seen how he was facing and thinks he can maybe challenge him.
One thing that surprised me was the aggressiveness on Banana after kills had happened. So you're kind of like peeking into an angle where they could very well be watching. It's like one thing to just go there really fast and be aggressive because of the timing. And there's another to actually just go through a choke point when they are sitting on the angle like this. But Scream's going to make the frag happen. But a 1-for-1 trade, is that really what you want?
He should have, he had the opportunity to get out of that then. I've always said to players, as soon as you get one frag, especially when you're going for an aggressive push, just fall back. You've won the round for your team. Just, and now he's given the advantage to the terrorists. And now, like we said before, the CTs have to spread quite thinly across the map, and they'll find themselves in a difficult situation. Fiflan makes a great shot there. Huge stuff from him, and that's going to open up the B bomb site completely.
That was fantastic. And with the bomb, it should get swept up by Get Right, I should think, over at T-Slope, and that's going to amount to a round here for the Ninjas, as Izzy is left in a very horrible situation. Looks like a pause is being called for, so we are going to be going to a pause, and as soon as we know the reason for this pause... Okay, apparently it is, as would be expected, the usual reason for delays, DDoSing.
Yeah,
usual
2014.
Or it's a disconnect, okay. Unless he's being DDoSed by Thorin.
Strange things have happened. Very difficult, and that's obviously why the stats are so stacked in NIP's favour. But it looks like we might be getting back into this one now. That was great feeling, nice work. And here we go again. So 5-2 in favour of BST, or should we say Epsilon now. And it looks like they have actually opted, before they go to Ika, they have actually opted for a FAMAS and Max 7 buy here. So Fiflan and co with the AWP in hand will be kind of just, if they're smart, just kind of just be feeling out the map and seeing if there's any opportunities to pick. They really don't want to run into that Max 7.
You can see Forrest is slowly working on control here for apartments. Is making sure bedroom is clear before he moves in, and that's, with the Molotov, very, very good usage of the Molotov there to make that safe, that play through the balcony safe. So Get Right with him as well, and you can see the rest of his team moving up Banana slowly. So they're really keeping their options open at the moment.
There it comes.
Dropped. So if Forrest and Get Right can get a pick, they can make a call, but it looks like if that doesn't happen, it's they're biasing towards the B push here. To see what happens in the ensuing moments. They should understand that the economy for Epsilon is weak as well.
Yeah, but they don't want to assume anything can happen in CS:GO. You can never just assume it's a full clean eco. There's always some sort of twist in the tail as it goes. It's never as easy as they've got no guns. See that it looks like Epsilon actually have done the perfect defense in. SF going absolutely huge here, maybe have 4 kills on the cards here, and Fiflan is the last man remaining. He will not be able to save himself. There's going to be no chance whatsoever.
Great defense there. Different to get a sneaky pick at the end, but let's see if it's really not going to influence him too much. I mean, he can get dropped, and make sure your Steam account is linked to your Twitch account, guys. This just in. We're doing the giveaway regardless of hitting the follow account, so screw it. Skins for life. Easy skins, easy life.
That's what they say. Someone says that. Someone has definitely said that
That
before,
should be the tagline of
Well, here we go. FXY actually taking down the point man in Freiburg for an IP, and that's going to be a huge gap to take down, and that leaves them in a 5-4 situation. This is good now. We can see absolutely Epsilon taking the first pick and falling back to a defensive stance. Now they don't need to be aggressive. They just need to stay alive now and force the team to come to the bomb site. They have the man advantage. Just say that, they get the 2-man advantage now. 5-on-3 situation in favour of Epsilon.
I feel like they could have worked with that more. They pushed Epsilon back really far, all the way back to the graveyard of the pit, but then they kept pushing them. Instead of just taking mid and then seeing, okay, we've got mid control, we're really deep in mid now. They have no idea where we can be. But either way, we're seeing NIPs get kicked off one by one at this point. Forest are, remaining. And getting some frags here would be really nice. We actually see, it looks like a pause coming into the slide right there in the chat. So we'll have to see what happens there, guys. And it looks like a Forest had a crash, and we can see that in action right now.
What can we?
Forest.
Oh, I see. So he's not moving in the server right now. There it is. Okay, I understand now. Oh, it's been this evening's been riddled with pauses and bugs tonight. DDoSes, crashes, power cuts. We've had it all.
Look, that's the culprit right there. Look at him. A very fetching beret and mask.
Lovely
Is that a beret?
mask.
I'm not sure what to call that.
Oh, they did the honourable thing and they didn't knife him. That's quite nice to see.
That is a very good point, actually. That's actually a bit of a pet peeve of mine.
Yeah.
That kind of sucks when people actually do that, like actually just knifing. I like it. James in production showing off all of his skins.
Wow.
Good job, James. Good job.
He's so strong.
And for those of you who are fans of James, he will be casting with me for the NA Cup late into the morning if you're from Europe. But of course, in the evening if you're from America. So that'll be good times. So you can catch me and James later for that. Of course, this is the last match of tonight's European FACEIT League first day of games. And apparently we're giving a gift box away, but they all disappeared. That's what James was trying to do there. He's trying to do that live on the stream, but no gift box for you guys. It's been stolen out of his account. I don't know what's happened there. We'll have to figure out what happened.
The skins are coming. He's working on it. He's frantically. We can see the terror in his eyes now. He looks frantically for the skin boxes. Where have they gone? We'll find them. Don't worry. It's all fine. As we wait now, yet another crash. I think Forrest is the man who got taken down there. Let's just have a look at the scoreboard if we can and see who's firing on all cylinders. We can see Epsilon is going to be FACEIT and Scream with 11 and 12 frags respectively. And we can see Fifth Laren and Exist with 6 and 5 themselves. I'm not sure how well Forrest is doing. I can't remember him going especially big. I think he's probably sat around second, third place.
Well, okay, a question I have about Epsilon's lineup here, and to maybe expand on what Thorin was talking about in a more positive light, because that's pretty negative. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, for something that we've seen tonight with all the French teams is that we've seen something that's more fresh, because a lot of the teams, a lot of the players in their lineups have been in those lineups for quite some time, and from whatever you can say about the benefits of holding a lineup, there can be a level of stagnancy that can be experienced there.
Yeah,
and I
definitely.
think we did see that from certain players. I think Scream was one of those players. I feel like in Titan, he did seem maybe not to really find his sweet spot over the last many months. Perhaps this could be a kind of an effect like we saw. I feel like JW benefited with the new Fnatic because a lot of pressure was alleviated. He can play his game better. I feel
definitely
like
when
Smith, he has better. He's not in the shadow of Kenny S anymore. And
when you play with the same people for so long, and you kind of get stuck in a rut, of almost like you have your set tactics, and no one perhaps is putting the efforts in, or you kind of fall out with certain players. It's just not the same as what it used to be. You kind of feel like a fresh start and a kind of new mentality. And I think in a team like this, he's probably more suited. Like he's the big name in the team. He's the main event of that whole lineup. And I think he'll probably be more comfortable with that situation. He'll be just allowed to do what he wants without being like kind of shunned down by like existence or anything like that. He won't be told what to do. I think he'll be just allowed free reign of the map. And I think that's where a player like Scream will kind of find his form again and kind of roll back the glory days of one bullet headshots every single round all over the map. But
James can't find his skins.
Oh no,
skins have gone. They're showing on the website, but not the inventory. So we'll try and see if we can sort it out to get those giveaways going. Never fear.
Well, it looks like Forrest is back on the server, so at least something has gone to plan right now. So he's back on, and it looks like we'll be jumping straight back in. Guns are being thrown around. And we can see NIP will actually be opting to go on Eco this round. You can see they've got a couple of PT50s into the mix. I think that's 4 actually, and 1 Glock on Freiburg. And this is quite an important round for Epsilon. They really don't want to lose this one. They just want to start getting the momentum back in their favour now. And
yeah, we are back into this, and as you said, you can just quickly take a scope on the money situation. Obviously, we're seeing a save here from Ninjas, Pyjamas, as they are attempting to have enough money in the following rounds to actually buy up here. How many have they lost in a row? Actually, I'm not sure. Actually, I think
it's just 1 in the row so far. They got 2 rounds in a row themselves, lost 1, and that's why they've got.
Right. Okay. So we're going to see now exactly how this comes to pass. If they can get a couple of kills here, maybe pick up some extra cash, maybe save a weapon. That'd be fantastic. You see them making a move up mid here. And we're going to see FX here in position to deal with this. Got that orb. There goes defense. Misses the shot. They are just encroaching on his position. Evan Barnsley's got the support he needs though. And there comes the knife. And it's not going to happen. Fifth and denied by Scream. And that could have actually been pretty nice to get a knife kill there. A lot of money. Get that...
get the orb back in play for himself. But we can see they've kind of opted to go for, obviously, just an economy issue here. If they're going to be doing the 5 AK setup, we didn't see it go too well for them so far. I think this is a very important round. This is the point where it looks like it could be a little bit dangerous. 9 rounds on the board with Epsilon, 2 for Ninja Pyjamas, only 4 rounds remaining after this one. So it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out and see whether Nip can find it. I think Nip probably want at least 4. Just to kind of, we know how strong they can be on the CT, so they want to just make sure they have enough to work with to actually get past the pistol round. If they do lose it, just kind of build upon. So important round, I think. I think that both teams will be aware of what's going on. It looks like this is going to be some sort of...
Oh, yeah.
I think they'll probably be sending in someone like Freiburg with the smoke grenades just to kind of cause a distraction. That would be the most logical thing to do here. Yeah, it looks like Freiburg will be making his way in, but he's going to be met by Screen and get taken down, and that is the fake here. He has managed to keep 2 CTs there, and the T's now will be jumping out. Uzi's going to be in this pit situation again. Will he be able to take down 2 players?
Is he going to pick up one before he does go down? And we've got a 3-on-3 situation on our hands with the bomb. It's over at A, but not a lot of time to plant, if any at all. We have a smoke there, but the coverage is pretty appalling. And Forrest is going to get that bomb down in the middle of the site. Not the most ideal plant in the world, but not the most ideal post-plant setup in the world. And look at this. This could have been the man to make the difference with his flanking position, but he got caught out. He got sniffed out early by FXio. Forrest does drop Scream, and now we're in a 2-on-2 once again with that bomb ticking away. Plenty of time left for Epsilon to make this happen though as they move in together. But Epsilon's FXio, he has an AWP to make it a little bit more awkward close range. SF goes down, the orb is left in play, but finally it does get removed very quickly rather, and there you go, 8-3.
Yeah, good stuff from Nip there. Kind of the big round they definitely needed to get themselves back into it. We can see they picked up the orb again, so they'll be able to start running these setups with the AWP and opening the map up for themselves. And I think we might see an actual orb battle go ahead here. Looks like both players will be making their way over to that mid area. And you can see whether it's going to be FXIO or Fifth Lauren winning this orb battle. Both players quite tentatively facing here. Who's going to go for it first? Oh, looks like it could be a back down from Epsilon there. No warp battle today.
No, and I think that's very smart as well. If you feel like there is an AWP running on the other team, that's always going to be a good situation for them to find an easy quick frag. And an easy quick frag puts a lot of pressure on the CT side, like losing someone really early. But it looks like Freiburg going to get himself straight in there with a double kill. Doesn't care at all. Freiburg
by himself as well. It's just in there. Like, that's what he's so good at. Like, just getting in and getting those opening frags. And then he manages to get through. It's so important. Like, well, great work from him. And this looks like this could be the turning point for Nip now. They're going to get their 4th round on the board. Unless Epsilon have something really dramatic up their sleeve, I think they just will be going for safer. And you see Get right in a very sneaky position.
He's just always there as well. Like Faro got those 2 kills. They got the bomb down. Get right didn't move. He's sitting there. He's lying in the brush like a predator right now.
He knows
waiting to catch its prey. He wants those frags. Look how patient he is. He's just sitting there in the foliage. FXio gonna rattle off a shot in the distance to take down Exist as the remaining players who get hunted down here with Epsilon from NIP. They're slowly converging on their position towards A here. Time looks like not anything found there at the end of the time. So 8-4 the score now as NIP start coming back into this one with another. Well, that round was really just for all Freiburg.
Yeah, definitely. Those opening 2 frags, that's kind of the round 1, just in one entry. Just because the CTs don't have any players there, they completely have to fall back. They have no choice but to send players to that bomb site. Obviously, there's leaving 1 or 2 people left on A. It's very difficult to come back once you lose both people with no frags in return. But here we go. We go into the 13th round now. These next few rounds are going to be very important for both teams. I think I did say that Nip will get to win the half, but obviously Epsilon have already done that. But so any rounds now Nip can get will be very important to them, just because they need to start racking up enough just to build something to build upon for their CT half.
Let's see what happens here. And right now, see just a standard map control being taken by NIP, working their way slowly into apartments. But actually, the defense from apartments is quite scary. They actually had 2 players at the end of the apps there. And Forest, oh my god, FXO just not paying attention towards Boiler when it really mattered, and Forest with a quick, clean kill. And that's going to allow them to get an aggression going towards the A-bomb side. They still do have some time, so they can play kind of misinformation game a little bit, but perhaps keeping it simple would be the best play here for NIP as they make their way in. GMX, ooh, kind of trying to get his way through that smoke, catching 2 players in the back of the head. There's the number 3. GMX looking for the 4th, won't get it, but he already did way more than he ever needed to do for Epsilon to secure this one. And let's just get right left in the 1-on-3. And he's got the Galil. No bomb for him though, he's going to come around the corner. They're all together, going for it, but it's just not going to be enough. And a 9-4, what a wonderfully saved round there by GMX.
Yeah, just a tiny gap in the smoke from Nip there, not kind of a perfect smoke grenade from them, allowed him to kind of get that vision and kind of just get a lovely first kill, the second one through the smoke, and then kind of was all fell apart for Nip from there. And we go into the 14th round now. That's going to be 9 rounds in favour of Epsilon, 4 for Nip, and we can see them actually doing a very forced buy here. We can see, oh, we actually have a pause again. So
another pause coming into play here. I believe it's it does seem to be that NIP are experiencing issues. I just hope that it could be a long one. No, it won't be a long one. That's what I like to hear.
That's much better than rifle.
Look at that! Look at that! I just put the expectations and smash them straight afterwards. It's a good thing. Anyway, it looks like it's a very good situation here for Epsilon, to say the least. 9 rounds already, and we saw the odds. We saw the odds. There's like 15% of people or 20% of people.
I'm
like
sure
that.
a lot of people are kind of...
They're worrying for the skins right now.
The skins, the precious, precious skins are slipping away, it looks like. I think, like we said, we can never rule out Nip, though. They're just the team that can pull results out of nowhere, it seems. But
it's definitely something that they do repeatedly. I mean, look at ESL 1. It was just a testament to NIP. It looked like a weak tournament for them, but they managed to, in the moments they needed to peak their skill, to make it happen, even if it was awkward. They made it happen because that's what NIP do.
Exactly.
And here we go. We're back into the match, guys. Thankfully, and we have again, a very standard opening for this round right now as we see Freiburg, the king banana. Trying to make his presence known.
There we go. Looks like, oh god, this making his way up through the middle area there. And looks like a couple of good opening frags there from Nip. And it's going to be left in a 3-on-2 situation now. The next frag is going to tie this round up, I think. Uzi's the one to get it, and it's going to leave it in a 3-on-2 situation in favour of Epsilon. And it's going to be very difficult for them to get into this round now.
Uzi, great triple there. I think he...
that was a quad.
That was a quad kill. Did Uzi actually hear from Thorin? He's like, man, I gotta shut this guy out.
I'm gonna
shut this guy up, man. Keeps talking me down. And
showing what he's made of. And
but then again, Thorin did say that people just say, but whenever he plays good, they turn it around. But anyway, let's not get into all that. Uzi's been playing amazingly. He's secured some very crucial rounds for his team. These rounds in the season side are incredibly important against NIP. And let's see now what the reaction is here from NIP. They might be. This could be a set play where they have a set play with this onto the B bomb site, which is usually very fantastic when they pull it off. They manage to get the smokes in the right spots on the bomb site, and they just charge in the pistol armor. It's usually pretty effective. See how it goes for them. They make their way into
Scream's got other ideas about this thing.
This goes as well. They did get the smokes off, but this is 5th room left. Can he get the bomb down? Oh my god, this is no time at all to get the bomb down. They're all on top of him. Didn't really go quite according to plan. I think they're missing a Molotov. One of the things they also do is they Molotov the back boxes as well.
Yes, you need that to flush the CTs out.
Yeah.
Really. Don't you need someone to face? You need an opportunity to kill them. If they're not facing at all, then it's not really going to work in your favour. But that's an interesting scoreline. Like 11-4. This looks like it could actually go in Epsilon's favour. Like it's all going to come down to this. It's always going to come down to this pistol, and in my opinion, I think the T half is the easier pistol round, just because you have the opportunity to kind of Glock armor up, and especially a team like this. I don't think they're going to rely on many utilities here. They're just going to be kind of running together. We can see Uzi is actually going to opt for a smoke and 2 flashbangs while his teammates get the 4 armors, and it could be nice to see. I'd like them to just kind of just choose somewhere and just get in there. Maybe use the smoke and flashbangs to fake somewhere, but let's see what they can do. Looks like they're going to be kind of opting for a standard kind of 2-on-2 setup.
Yeah.
Kind of feeling out the map, and Forrest actually making his way down there, almost got caught with his pants down as Get Right takes down GMX at the banana area.
What do you think the purpose of the smoke is? Where can that smoke really be most effectively used? Because it's just one smoke, so it's not going to have any supporting
I guess
smokes.
if they went towards B-bomb side, just smoking off CT spawn, that's just one of the main choke points. And then if you're going up middle, just either smoking off quad or arch there, just to kind of utilize one. You need to choose one place to go, as it were. And there you go, the smoke again.
They just see the B play coming from a mile away, and it's easy taking. Get right. Oh, he's going to go for the knife. Oh, barely.
no.
Just missing it. I like how he switched to Scream there, so we could see Get Right moving in almost slow
Zooming
motion.
into him. And there we go. Scream's got a bit of a mountain to climb. He's going to win this one. We know how good he is, but he's good enough to take down 3 ninjas in Pyjamas. All looking at him, ready to take him down. He isn't. And that's going to be a big round for Nip. Obviously, they needed that one, and it's going to be a very important run indeed.
It was so smart from NIP to actually quickly assess what was happening. We saw that they very, very quickly rotated someone all the way towards the B-bomb site. And looks like there's another pause coming in, called by Freiburg there, so we'll have to see what actually is happening over there. Apparently, there is DDoS issues. I think someone's DDoSing my brain right now. But Forrest is apparently getting 50% loss, we can see in the chat there. So not a fun situation. I mean, this inevitably happens on Counter-Strike, but that's part of the great thing about this tournament is that we're going to have LAN finals. We're going to have 6 teams that get to go to the LAN, so that's going to be fantastic. And James still can't find his skins. The inventory is not looking kindly upon him today, and we'll have to see if that can be resolved. Anyway, we'll have to see how long this takes. I'm waiting for any updates. We're going to have a double giveaway tomorrow to make up for the skins shenanigans tonight. So
we'll have a triple one the next day. Yeah,
and you've got Tosspot and Henry G actually casting tomorrow. There's so many awesome matches. This is the thing about this tournament. There's amazing matches every single time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Every single match is great.
Every single day. Like, I couldn't believe when I saw the lineup of games we had. I thought normally when you do this, kind of you have like a night of games. There's always like a few like you're not really looking forward to the damn
mid-tier
squibs.
teams.
And it was like okay, but I saw this today. Like I've been off the internet for about a week, but just seeing the lineup of players, like seeing all the French teams coming to first, really is all top tier stuff. Every game's got like top end players playing, and it's been fantastic so far. And it's just more of that to come. It never ends in this tournament. It's going to be absolutely fantastic.
I can't wait to see if teams really start to abuse the fact that they can see the map picks in advance. As you said, you feel like you're not a fan of making it overcomplicating things.
That's right. People always used to tell me in the teams, oh yeah, we've got this demo available. We know what they're going to do on this map. And I think, well, they've probably thought exactly the same thing about us, and they're probably going to do something different just to counter us. So I think you just need to play your game as it comes on the day and kind of react to situations there. If you dwell too much and trying to anti-strat people, then you kind of fall into the pit. And when they don't do that, what you're expecting them to do, you kind of, oh God, I don't know, what do we do now? We're kind of put ourselves in this horrible position of stacked in this certain area. But anyway, we are back. It looks like the DDoS issue has been resolved, and we can see Epsilon are going to be the team on the full head armor and CZ buy here. So big investment from them. They will be all in for this one. We can see Nip have got a very defensive setup here. Not going to be actually showing any prominence in middle here. We've just got this. He needs to find a frag now if he's going to have a chance of locking down this split.
I love this position in library there from Exist. They maximise the range, but looks like torrent of frags is starting to come in here as Epsilon gets gunned down. Get right, flanking Master coming in from behind, taking them all out, and NRP with a very quick cleanup there.
Yeah.
And there was no bomb plant though, so you can see that their money situation is definitely not looking super hot.
No, definitely not. This is where you get yourself into almost a sort of a rut when it comes to the economy. When you go for something all in like that and you don't get a single plant down, it's very difficult to get back into it. But here we go. We can see the terrorists here looking like they're kind of opting towards the B-bomb. So you can see the players getting very aggressively up there with the bomb as well. It'll be interesting to see whether they try and go in here. I think it'll just be more kind of fake tactics here. They try to work out where the CTs are playing. Forrest managed to take down Scream, and that's going to open up the fragging for NIP.
We'll have to see how this actually turns out, because as you said, they just removed the guys off of Banana, gives them that freedom to kind of roam the map and use the rest of the time and operate under obscurity, if you will. And we see that Forest, tries to just cut with a knife, just pushing in the apps, trying to find out what's going on. Does catch some players there. BMX is gonna not be able to do much there as well. But again, to just remind people, if you're, as a little tip here, is if you lose the first round, the pistol round, and you don't get the bomb down, you have to eco twice anyway, so you can always afford to do a pistol armor.
Yes.
I mean, you should just always pistol armor or pistol with no armor. Something to that extent, so you can actually buy. But you have to eco twice anyway, so get that buy-in, and you might as well pressure their economy and keep things even. Well, to be honest, we're seeing 1 in 3 eco rounds actually won. So
it's still.
crazy
I think we're
this
still
game.
finding the balance with CS:GO.
Yeah.
It seems like the ecos still are a little bit too strong. I think we might have cracked it now with the CZ being higher in price. But let's see what happens. Here we go. This is not an eco round. This is a full buy here for Epsilon. We can see him here kind of making their way in, Molotov in that bedroom, and going to be making their way towards a bomb site. As we said, that the bomb is actually heading towards B.
Yeah, so they seem to be they gained a lot of real estate right now. They got Thomas most in the control. Fiffler and he got tagged enough for him to fall back now. He's not going to want to again. James top flashed over. Get right, going to get himself a frag on GMX. The second followed up onto Uzi as well, and FX Scream left over towards the EA site here, and I feel like what would have been really good for them was to just double back onto a B after taking so much control. Look how far up they are in mid. That would have been so nice, but now that option is really not available at all. Now the time just to get the bomb, they're not left with many options here.
Yeah, you can see them. There's 20 seconds remaining in the clock. I think they probably just want to save for that. Looks like they'll be making their way into the bomb site. SF actually manages to open up the frag game. Manages to have one on his own. They will actually manage to get the bomb down here. They've actually made something out of nothing. And this next frag to be very important indeed. There it is. Freiburg manages to do it. It's going to leave Scream in a 2-on-1 situation now.
Scream, ready and waiting, and get right in Freiburg. Creeping in from library side, both there. Boom, one taken down by Scream's amazing headshot. Looking for the next kill, not going to find it. Get right will take him out, and a good round there from NIP on the retake. And again, the pause coming in as unfortunately another crash coming in for Forest. So Forest is off the server once again, and we will eventually get there. We've done 20 of 30 rounds, or rather, we're going to be going on to the 20th round. So we're getting there slowly but surely.
Very slowly, it looks like. Can we please stop DDoSing the players? We just want to watch a lovely game of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
This is getting a bit much now, isn't it? So
someone bet a lot of money on Epsilon.
I guess this is the problem with betting, isn't it? Like it does attract this kind of malicious activity, but it's sad to see. Unfortunately, it seems to be happening a bit more recently.
Well, guys, I mean, you have this moment to check out the FACEIT platform as well. Just play some pickup games, and like I said previously, a lot of top players you can actually find them playing those pickup games. You can find all sorts of characters playing the pickups, and you get to explore some 128 tick action, which is completely different from matchmaking. It's a completely different game. There's actually a lot of top players who don't really bother with matchmaking because it's a different style of shooting as well, because it just doesn't react the same way. A lot of the bullets aren't registering, so you have to change how you shoot, so it's actually effective. So it's just a bit strange, and if you want to get the real tournament experience, you have to do it on 128 tick. And it's not LAN, but it's at least a good tick rate.
The closest you can get to it by not being out of LAN.
Yeah, and you do get to veto servers, so you do get to play on servers that are better for you.
Yeah,
So
I think people are just looking for that kind of more kind of that proper esports experience. I think matchmaking doesn't perhaps provide that fully. Like it's getting there slowly, but I think we need to rely on these platforms just to kind of give that full experience as Counter-Strike should be played and how the pros actually play. Like you said, 128 tick servers is what people are playing on in these officials, and it's the proper CS, and that's where you can see the proper skill come into play as all the flick shots are registered and all bullets should be hitting. So have we seen the player? Is it Forrest who's getting DDoS? Is he able to get back on yet?
He's still off the server. I'm sure he'll be back momentarily. We'll update you guys as we learn more. But yeah, I was going to make a point. It's going to be awesome. I can't remember what it was now. God damn it.
About DDoSes?
But DDoS, no. I don't want to give them the time of day. I don't want to give them any exposure. Please. Please. Either way, we'll let you guys know if this changes. Should we go to a break? Is the situation that bad? I'll see if I can... The situation's still unknown, so we'll keep you guys in the loop. Anyway, Henry G.
Hello.
So you said to me off camera you're not really able to play much at the moment, and you're not able to...
Well, I think I haven't really played properly CSGO at all, to be honest. I think I started my full-time career once I quit playing Source, and CSGO came out, and I was one of the original players to go out to Valve and kind of give my opinion on the game and stuff like that. And it looks like we're getting back the camera onto us while we have this nice discussion into Henry G's past.
We're going to get deep into your life now. We're going to learn everything about you.
This is what we can think of to fill some time. So, yeah, for me...
Went out from production. it's not the day. Not the day
oh, well. Okay, so I think we're on GoTV. That's the problem. We actually have to be connected to a server, I think, for that to actually work. So maybe tomorrow we can have another go at that one.
Many skins. It will be happening. It's a great skin reckoning.
Okay, so here we go. Looks like we're... Oh, no, Scream wants to wait even more time.
Scream needs a moment to just look at his frags. He's got 27 frags. He is beasting it right now. He's just destroying everyone else on the scoreboard. It seems as if Epsilon are really just coming into their own when it comes to the individual plays, actually. We've seen Uzi win more than one round, which is fantastic. Like 1 versus 2, 3. Versus 1 versus 2 and 3 players. He's won the round. And we've had GMX with the rounds similar to that. I think he killed like 3 players on a push. We had, of course, Scream, obviously, just fragging very consistently. That we're seeing big individual performances out of the whole lineup of Epsilon here. Obviously, NIP is struggling a little bit with some lag issues and some DDoS issues. But
it's always frustrating, isn't it? Like, especially when you just want to concentrate and play the game. When you have this happening 3 or 4 times, one of your star players, like, obviously it's going to have an impact on the game. It's frustrating, but it's just something we have to overcome. I think we should be sorted now. He changes IP, and we should be okay. And we can see Flaren getting straight back to work as he opens up a big frag there onto GMX. Big scout to take down there. And although they are on an eco here, but that is a nice play back into the game. Here we go. Exist opening stuff back up now, and Fifth Land should be finishing the best. And there we go. We are back. It's everyone's on the server, and a round has commenced. So now we go into the 21st round.
Yeah, and that round there didn't yield a single frag. So NIP picking one up pretty clean, able to build their bank slowly but surely. Get right, pretty rich. He's pretty rich. We'll see how this actually pans out now for the economy of NIP, because we can see that Epsilon are really in a fragile place at the moment. If they actually lose another round, I think they're going to get 1900 for losing 2 in a row, I think it is. So they will be able to just not really buy. So it's very important that they make it happen here. And they are going to be able to pick off Fifth Laren on the mid push. It's not quite going to pan out. Forest going to get taken down, though. That position was almost too good, but Epsilon bringing the goods once again in the individual plays. And here comes the retake attempt now from Freiburg. Get Right and Exist. Exist pushing up the middle. But Get Right. Get Right's actually from Library, and Freiburg is from the apartments. Let's see if they can do sides at once. Freiburg going to take down Scream at Graveyard. There goes Molotov. Masterfully placed Molotov there. And look at that, burns them down. Great stuff.
Huge retake there.
NIP make it happen under the pressure there. And they go to 10 to 11 now against Epsilon. Epsilon, it feels like the momentum is kind of
like it looks
drifting away.
They're getting like a couple of opening frags, and it looks like they almost get back into rounds. But it seems like NIP are just too strong on the CT side, especially with the retakes like that. It's very difficult to hold them off when they're coming for you. So you can see no orbs being actually being brought into play now. It's just going to be... I think this might be the point when NIP kind of come into their own and kind of start racking the rounds up. It looks like they are firing all cylinders right now. So here we go. You can see that aggressive smoke coming down from the CTs, and they're going to kind of edge their way down into that area. It's what we were talking about before, just getting control of the map and being able to get information and just knowing that the Ts can't push up to the B-bomb side.
So we actually have a fairly deep push here from Freiburg down Banana. If we just check his position now, look at this. Look how close he is. They're trying to do the boost over the smoke. Freiburg catches wind of that, though, and he does put in a few bullets, and now Epsilon a little bit too scared to actually attempt that again, which is smart for them not to mess around too heavily with Freiburg in this position. There is the re-smoke from Freiburg. So we've got really solid Banana control here, and that really eliminates for NIP what can be possible for Epsilon to do. They know that they must be in apartments. They know they must be coming up mid, and this is where NIP usually shine on their defenses.
There we go then. Time ticking away now for Epsilon. 40 seconds remaining on the clock. The next execution will probably have to be their last one. You see the bomb kind of making its way up that arch area now. They're going to start flashbangs coming out. That should... Oh, it's going to be the smoke grenade. So, here we go. They wrapped their way around onto the bomb site. They really do need to get a move on now.
This going 1 for 1 there as GetRight was smoked off of Arch, had to rotate through Library. In they go onto the bomb side. Biffler and has to come out huge with a frag. He gets 2 as GetRight gets 1 on FXO as well. SF is the only one left standing. He's going to go down and on OP with a fantastic defense there. That's exactly what they needed. And honestly, with Freiburg so deep down on Banana, that really felt like perfect. That perfect kind of standard defense from NIP.
As we say that, I'd love to have the enthusiasm you just showed, but looks like another pause is coming to play.
Well,
it just kind of took the wind down my sails completely.
They're going to get a stand-in, and at least we're seeing here a very, very positive situation on the money for NIP. I mean, look at this; they're starting to really build that bank. Of course, if they lose Forrest, who's been the one who's been experiencing the most problems, they're going to lose their player with the fourth most money. So it's not too bad, but still, we can see that Epsilon are in trouble if they lose the next round again. They're really starting to get to that point. So yeah, stand in for Forest confirmed.
Who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know.
Pitta maybe, seeing as the coach in the moment, could be a good shout.
Yeah, it could be Pitta. Maybe Pyth. Pyth is always the go-to stand-in, man. Yeah. Pyth is like the perfect stand-in.
Pyth is life.
You just throw him in the mix and he just wrecks stuff.
I'd imagine it's going to be Pitta. He'd seem like he obviously knows all the strats and kind of how to fit in, so maybe that'd be the most logical replacement for him. But this has to be the 7th DDoS of this game. It's getting on. Yeah.
Actually, was that Pyth is incoming?
He is. There you go.
I knew it. I called it, man. Whenever a standing is required, Pyth is there. He's just there. He just materializes.
Ready to go.
It's like the bat signal, but for Pyth.
The DDoS man.
Yeah. DDoS summons him. He knows that standing is going to be required. So we'll get Pyth in then. Again. Is that true? Is that for real? Am I being trolled by... No, that's for real. Okay, that is for real. I thought maybe I was getting trolled by production. That does happen from time to time. But looks like that is for reals. So we're just waiting on the arrival there of Pyth, and we'll get this back underway again. And of course, NIP tied up with Epsilon at this point in time, bringing back some momentum. And looks like he is joining now. So you said your favorite animal is a chinchilla.
Going back to this,
yeah.
We really are clutching at straws now, aren't we? Yes, it is. What's your favorite animal?
A chinchilla is like the little guinea pig kind of thing, isn't it? Anyway, moving on from that line of discussion, we're getting delirious here from fatigue as well. So it's all good. It's all good over here. It looks like we do have Pyth connected in a timely manner because he's a timely individual. He's very punctual.
He's always there, ready to go. Hopefully now we can kind of close this game out in the next 15 minutes with no issues. We've got 7 rounds to go, so let's make sure. Please, DDoS, let's let us have a game of Counter-Strike.
Let's get it back on track here on FACEIT TV. These two teams tied up 11-11. We are live once again. Oh yeah, we're live. Okay, so let's do this. We've got Pyth, he's going to be standing for Forrest. Forrest, obviously, we saw him playing the apartments role and the quad role. It's kind of where he is usually on the setup here for NIP. Fifth in there in mid. He's using an M3 and it looks like Freiburg going aggressive there, but FXO pushed all the way up to the cart. Very quick pick there, going in Epsilon's favor. That's going to give them so many options there. They're going to actually, that was a defensive Molotov there from NIP, so this is a big deal there because they are wasting nades so early in the round, and NIP in bad spot.
They're going to be left with nothing to hold the site off with now. So Molotovs and smokes have been used. If the Ts do kind of have the instinct to go back to B bomb site now, it's going to be very, very difficult for the CTs to hold them off with the man disadvantage and not actually having any grenades at all left in their arsenal. You can just see on there on your screen they've got nothing to speak of in terms of grenades. So everything they do now, I think, is going to have to be either an aggressive push to kind of get some frags, or they're going to have to hope that they don't get too badly affected by the remaining grenades that Epsilon have.
40 seconds left, so they're going to have to make a call very soon. Looks like they're gathering up towards mid, so we're going to have to see how this actually goes. When they've got Fifler in very close. Then let's see if Epsilon are able to push up further and further. Molotov going into Archway there, and in they go. Pyth there, ready and waiting. There he goes. Oh, barely gets the kill on Scream. Big kill coming in from Pyth there on the defense very early on. Epsilon swinging around, wrapping around the side though from Library, and now they're on the bomb site. Great kills coming in from Pyth. definitely a good stand-in. Already earning his place, stand-in with those kills, and looks like Exist sweeping on by as well, cleaning up the wrong side. FXio in a good position there. He's got his back to the wall though. There's nowhere to fall back. He has to fight. He's in a one-on-one against Get Right. Looking very tense right now. The bomb's ticking away. He's going to go through the corner. Did he see Get Right? He saw him, and he's going to take him out. And FXio with a finishing kill. And it wasn't quite enough there, that defense from NIP, and they still have the money though. So
yeah, they still have the money, but like we said, like without any grenades and stuff like that, it's going to be very difficult to hold off those pushes there. We saw Pipe managing to pick up 2 frags, which looked like you would almost save the day. Get Right, you would have thought normally wins his one-on-one situations, but that one was a bit too much of a stretch for him. As we enter the 24th round now, it's now 12 rounds to 11 in favour of Epsilon, and we can see a full buy. Well, I say a full buy. It looks like Epsilon actually have 2 Galils into the mix and a couple of smoke grenades. So perhaps their economy is actually suffering a little bit here. They want to make sure they actually win this round.
Yeah, we can see that both teams very weak on the money. So this is very, very crucial. So late into the game. To force an eco now could be devastating for either team. So let's see how this goes. Looks like we're going to see the Molotov going into the bedroom there to clear that out so that his teammate SF can actually go up and not have to look left towards the bedroom. And instead can just focus on in front of him and towards the end of apartments. But we can see Python's holding that quite far back near the pit there. Very far back defense here from NIP. This is something that they do excel at though. They do really excel at these defenses. Giving up position, sometimes it's not so good, but we can see Epsilon creeping in, that Molotov delaying them just ever so slightly. But the bomb is towards B right now with 2 other players. So are they going to sell this? It's going to be a pretty elaborate B split here if they're able to get through CT Arch.
Time ticking away again. Epsilon keep taking it down right to the wire of these rounds of theirs, and that's
wow, solid.
Big defense there coming from NIP, but it's going to be the fake going on. And here we go. Slido's got his work cut out for him as SF does manage to take him down. It's going to be a 4-on-2 situation now. Bomb needs to go down right now, and it's just going to be consolation prize in this situation as Nip managed to take them all down and defuse the bomb quite comfortably. That's going to bring things all square here as we go into 12-12, and we'll just have a look at the money situation. With the bomb going down, Epsilon should be okay to buy this. No, it's going to actually be a full eco for them here, by the looks of it.
Yeah, I guess they can afford some CZs or something, just a little something if they want to play with it, but yeah, it's not looking good for them, is it? I mean, NIP still, they can very well be forced to an eco as well. So, I mean, it is in the interest of Epsilon to get those CZs, and we're seeing that they are investing in it, because they can still buy the following round, so it's all good.
There we go then. Looks like the T's kind of sticking together on this one. Looks like they'll be going towards the mid area. Just looking for a burst. They've got 1 smoke grenade, so they'll probably be looking to smoke off something like quad before they go. There we go, waiting for that moment. I think they'll just wait for that smoke to finish blooming, as it were. And here we go. It should be there. They're making their way up now.
And Freiburg again, very deep there. He's going to exactly pull what is happening right now. They know, and he's very quick to rotate as well. Exist is spraying them down Pyth there through the smoke as well. Get right from behind, and it's just a quick 1-2 from NIP to just knock Epsilon onto their side, wheezing. And FXO is still alive though. So let's see if they can actually take him down. Pretty close range. They're going to get eliminated. Clean around there for NIP. Very, very, very nice that it's clean for them. Going to, not have to rebuy anything. And they can see, you can see how it's affected their money. It's looking quite healthy all of a sudden.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, you see Epsilon going to be left with not a lot left after this buy. This is obviously a very important round for them. They want to make sure they get this one secured just to keep the dream alive. It looks like Nip might be running away with this one now. Seems the momentum has kind of swung in their favour. And we can see Epsilon perhaps doing something a little bit faster here. They've actually kind of all opted towards the A side of the map and kind of sending players towards the apartments here. And it looks like they're actually going to get shut down by smokes, and they have to kind of fall back onto the more standard approach they have been taking so far.
Yeah, that's the classic smoke there in-house from Pyth as well. Like the way you can see the players can't see you on the right, but you can see them as they jump across. So you get the information, and maybe you actually just get the frag too. So it's a really strong smoke, and it also allows NIP to get into boiler as well, because you can get kind of a crossfire going on. It can be pretty strong to do stuff like that, but we see Pyth is operating a little bit alone there. Fifrin not pushing in boiler. Pyth is soon to be put to the test once again, though, as they are rushing into the A bomb site. Pyth's going to eliminate Uzi there. The next player takes the double. just be enough now. And Epsilon only has Scream left over, and he quickly falls as well. Easy cleanup there for NIP, as that play just did not come into
Pipe is really coming to his own though. It seems like he's picking up a couple of big frags now. Let's just jump and see what he's doing. So he's only been on the server for, what, 2 rounds, and he's managed to pick up, well, must be 3 rounds by now, but he managed to pick up 5 frags there. He seems to be like pulling his weight, definitely. Like that was a big round, and he managed to hold off his position. And maybe the Epsilon know the standing was there, and they were trying to target that perhaps. But this is going to take Ninjas in Pyjamas into match point if they manage to take this. The Epsilon have got full armor and pistol by here, so they've gone all in on this one. They really need to ensure they get it, otherwise they'll just be in a horrible situation. It's pretty much the game lost, in my opinion, if if they lose this round.
And I think working desperately to make this secure this victory here with the Pipers as standing. And definitely NIP, they're in no position. I mean, they need every single match when they can get. They need those points for the league to secure their spot towards that LAN final. And we see Epsilon just spreading across the width of the map at the moment. With those pistols, trying to look for maybe some sneaky picks if NIP gets aggressive. But we can see how comfortable they are playing very, very defensively on both sides now. Sometimes we see a bit of aggression on the B side of things, but usually a very defensive setup on A. But now we're just seeing that they're aware of the situation for the French team here. They know what's happening. In comes the push onto B. Grenades flying, pistols shooting as well, and not quite getting anything at all from it. Epsilon quickly getting another clean round for NIP. Oh, not just quite. You see Get Right going down, but he's dead, and that's 50 to 12 now.
I think that's pretty much the game. That's going to leave Epsilon in a pretty horrible situation. They will be able to get to make Hez and Galil's out, but I don't think they're going to be able to hold on to for 3 rounds here. But let's see what they can do. We can see a Galil on GMX and Scream, and there's not going to be much in terms of utility for them. We can see SF wasn't actually able to afford head armor as well, so it's going to be very difficult for him to actually cause any real impact in the round, seeing as his head will get taken very cleanly off by an M4. And here we go. They're going to make their way into potentially the last round of this matchup here. And then we say that GMX does actually manage to take down 5th Laren.
Yeah, big pick coming in from GMX on the charge through CT arch area into library, into the A bomb site. They are just swinging around here from quad, and they really have these angles right now. Looks like as if coming into play though over at library is going to cause some problems for Epsilon, but they do have the bomb down, and they do have a setup going here. They got a guy in apps. Oh, he gets caught by Get Right. SF has to hold quad. He has to hold it. He has to hold it. He's so low, and he's going to go down. And now NIP going to be able to come from both sides, and it is just FX Show left against 3 players. They're really weak. He can't even get the first one, and that's going to be the game for Ninjas in Pyjamas. They're going to win 16 to 12 with Pipe emergency hero standing, and that's going to be, I think, a lot of people relieved about their skins, and that's also going to conclude tonight's games.
Yeah, well, that's why I always say never rule out NIP.